Okay, so I don't know. Should I make eye contact or should I kind of like talk to you as if you're like a friend that is I'm like sleeping over and you're just also laying right beside me? I don't know. Um, I guess I'll look at the camera. I guess that's what I did instinctively. But you know, I just got back from a dance lesson and I have some things I need to get done, and I wanted to record this. Um, I have I just have a lot of things I can't articulate. I have a text message from my father, and I wish that, um, I wish that the way I see in comment sections sometimes, I've seen a couple times where a person who's African American will comment how they worry for their mixed status or double cultured relative due to deportations for, um, you know, black immigrants or Hispanics, where I kind of see what's I'm just going to talk specifically about, I guess, mine, because Hispanic people voted for Donald Trump and everything, so it's kind of like there's that to contend with. But I'm saying, like, it would just be nice if people I am connected to cared enough about me to just make sure I'm okay. My mom had a green card, and I think sometimes, had she still been alive, would she be okay? And nobody would have cared the same way nobody cares now. And that's just something that I am having videos like this for, because this is going to hopefully be a growth and a blossom. And yeah, so I want to talk about, because I have so much still to figure out, you know, figure out how to address the text message. Maybe I'll talk to my counselor about it. But I actually wanted to talk about an experience that I had with a relative at my mom's funeral. I have another experience too, but I think actually I can put that on pause. But let me get right into it. So I'm actually kind of beginning to finally, the dust settles with just trying to understand what happened to my mother, how quickly she was in a late stage of sickness, and how quickly she left this earth. I mean, that was just so unexpected and so, don't really have words for it. And this is one thing, kind of talking through things in a way that I think this is something I would like to share, this particular memory. So, this was after the ceremony, and I was walking with an uncle. You know, we walked to have her buried, and I just kind of wish that there was not the person there with their white girlfriend or wife that I remember my mom saying how this person had known my father growing up, and both of them had wanted to be doctors. They had kind of come from the same type of hood environment, and hood environment in southern Georgia. And well, my father didn't really make it to being a doctor, but ended up being a science teacher, which I'm going to delve into that as I kind of reclaim my intellect as well. This person did make it to medical school and eventually became a doctor. And my mom had said how originally he had had a black wife that had helped him a lot, immeasurably. And as he became, as things started to happen for him, he dropped her and replaced her with a white one. And this couple was now at my mom's funeral. when she had already spoken kind of with a disdain for what he had done. And I think this is an example of the oppression that my mom was around, and how she was kind of surrounded by all sides, even by people that she didn't even know. And so I guess I ended up telling that story. I wasn't like trying to, but they were there as my mom was being buried, and the white woman was like, "Oh, you look like your dad." And yeah, I do. But I just was like, leave me alone. I don't know you. Stop talking to me. So anyway, there was I was walking back towards, it was pretty somber, and I was with an walking beside an uncle who had just asked me, where I had gone to college. And now that I think about it, it's kind of just messed up that I had graduated 9 years before that, and he didn't really know where I went to college. It was at my mom's funeral. It just kind of was emblematic, I think, of just the I think that's not okay to not know things about a niece or nephew, and it's when your sister dies that you even just ask the question happenstance. And so I said I was at Howard University, and he was like, "Well, did you have to choose that school? Did you have to go to that school?" And I don't have the best Nigerian accent. Start to learn the language of my culture, this part of my culture, but um, that really hurt. That hurt so bad. I could not articulate why that hurt me so bad. To this day, this is years later, but I still have that hurt. But I also have a strength that, I think having to kind of face that dementor like comment, it kind of helped me to kind of face what was in my bloodline, this type of mentality. That, I say this is me, this is me as well, that I'm not like separating myself, but I'm saying it hurt me because what I realized, and what I realize now, is that there were different things going on. There was the obvious, like, idea that you could not just say good job, that you did not, like, don't know to this day that I have gotten a full scholarship. Actually, my father helped me to get another one, but I lost it because I had gotten a C in my psychology class from dancing in the city doing performance. And actually, because he had abused me when I was younger, I think it's actually good to not take that help. I don't want help when you have harmed me and not taken accountability and trying to get help and rectify things. So it actually strangely worked out to lose something and still maintain something that I primarily had gotten. And he bought a book for me, scholarship book, but I still, put in the work and all of that. Wasn't a favor. So anyway, I realize now that what was happening is that there was different things. There was the disrespect for your sister to say that to her kids, and disrespect for us to not just say good job, especially not really knowing anything about us after all that time. And yeah, they helped out a lot financially. That's, there's a lot of layers to this. But also what's happening too is that I have African American heritage too, and this relative does not. There's also the gender thing, because Nigerian society is very patriarchal and oppressive towards girls and women. Yeah, I said that. And so just the fact that people can have taken swipes at me in general, that somebody I'm related to will also just be okay taking a swipe at me. And so, yeah, that was just really harsh because, you didn't have the credibility, Uncle Jay, because you didn't come from the United States. You're coming from Nigeria. Part of our heritage, my heritage, is from a place where people did not contribute to the building of the United States. In fact, it did the opposite. You know, perhaps our ancestors contributed to the cell, but countrywide, regionally, because that's what it would be regionally in this time, we contributed to selling the people of our tribes or warring tribes, with selling people who are African to Europeans. You have no say. You should be proud of me. You should be proud of my accomplishments. You should be asking about my accomplishments. You should be proud of Nigerians that attended Howard University, and we can just start there. So that's why it hurt, because you lacked humanity within my humanity. And you felt entitled to be able to throw away my humanity. You felt entitled to throw away my experiences that got me to this school. And it was just unacceptable. And it was really hurtful because also you threw away your sister's humanity that helped you get to this school too. My mom was proud of me for going to Howard. Don't take that away from her. So that's kind of shows me kind of the unhealthy, I think, things that I'm connected to, because, it's not just me. I realize it's others as well. But I'm saying that hopefully there can be something where I can be a centerpiece to start to build a bridge, because I don't know this relative as well as I would like to, or anybody for that matter, and then having to contend with sexism within Nigerian culture because of the boy privilege, when I kind of see this play out within the dynamics among the siblings, where the boys have accomplished more societally than the girls. Okay, and that's it. All right, let me go. I have stuff to do. I need to get done. Thank you for watching and listening.